Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Denver, Colorado. Today, a verse versus verse. We haven't done one of these in a while, but should be a lot of fun. Let's get into it.
Let's go. What's up, guys? We are the Mile High Property Brothers. I'm Eli Schmidt. This is my partner, Will Grimes. If it's your first time checking out our channel, first of all, thank you for coming here. Second of all, while you're here, hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell, because every Tuesday and every Thursday and now every other Saturday, we're dropping a new video for you, telling you everything there is to know about moving to or living in the Denver, Colorado area.
100%. And we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado, which means as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with your real estate needs. So that number that's popping up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls and the text messages and the emails. If there's anything we can do for you, we would love to do that. But today, let's get right into it. We're going to be talking about Denver versus Colorado Springs. Right now, we are sitting in the heart of downtown Denver. We're at Union Station hanging out, so if it's a little bit louder, tune that out. We'll try to speak up the best that we can, but really cool spot, extremely historical spot. And man, a lot of folks ask about the Springs and hey, what's that all about? The commute to the Springs isn't as bad as it used to be. The Springs has grown so much more north, but a lot to talk about. Let's dive into it. Give you guys some context, right? We're gonna go right back to my clock. It's been weeks since I've been able to use my clock theory, but if Denver were a clock, Denver's right in the heart. Colorado Springs is gonna be right down I-25 south, all the way down right where 6 o'clock is.
Yeah, guys, so a lot of people, the biggest question that we get about Colorado Springs is, do you guys service the Springs? Do you guys work in the Springs?
Yes.
And the answer to that is yes, we do. We cover pretty much the entire damn state, right? So if we're looking at Denver Metro as a whole, we do, man, kind of like Fort Collins, Longmont, everything way up north, as well as all the way down to the Springs.
Right, so if you took I-25 all the way north up to Fort Collins, we're there, all the way down to the Springs. We've got a great team that can help you guys out, in addition to us as well. So yes, first and foremost, we do service it. And man, just some differences. Like, first and foremost, let's talk about terrain. Since we gave you guys context of where it's at, let's give you guys context on terrain. So Colorado Springs is definitely like more right in the heart of some Rocky Mountains, which is super cool. It's beautiful. You don't see a lot as you're driving I-25 south. You'll cross through Castle Rock. You'll see the outlet stores and some of the new malls that are down there. But as you start getting down toward the Springs, you really have to get off the highway onto some exits and then venture into the neighborhood. So you don't see everything as spaced out and as flat as you might with like Lone Tree, Southeast Aurora, Highlands Ranch. You can see a lot more from E4, like the E470 belt. You can see a lot more from that. A lot of it tends to be a little bit more open. The Springs, you've got to get off that highway and venture into those neighborhoods. Some people love that because it gives that feeling that's a little bit more excluded, a little bit more privacy, but yeah, just you've got to travel a little bit more to get off the highway to find.
And I would say overall, the mountains do feel closer to you. Like if you're, versus like a Highlands Ranch, even a west side of Highlands Ranch where you are physically closer to the mountains. In Colorado Springs, they do feel like they're a lot closer to you. However, to go enjoy the mountains outside of a hike or something like that, all your major ski resorts and those sorts of things, you're gonna be up more on the northwest side. So
so like directly west.
I-70.
Yeah, sorry about that. So like directly west of Denver, I-70 West is going to take you to a lot of stuff as far as A-Basin, Breckenridge, wherever you'd like to go for your primary skiing resorts. You're going to be coming up way north into Denver and then I-70 West into those mountains. So yeah, when it comes to like, let's talk about that. So your second point is like activity, right? So you don't always have to come all the way up to Denver. You do have Castle Rock, which has got the outlet malls. It's got a lot of really cool other malls that are there. You've got some really cool restaurants and mom and pop shops, which kind of has like a really cool specific Castle Rock feel. So you've got that, but man, if you're coming in for a downtown feel, if you want to go on the Union Station, they've got the Rocky Mountaineer train tours now that go through the Rocky Mountains. So if you want to do that, if you want to go to a ball game, if you want to come down and shop at 16th Street Mall, Meow Wolf is also here.
Meow Wolf.
Meow Wolf.
Meow Wolf.
Meow Wolf is here. It opens today. That's here. Elitch Gardens is here. The Denver Auto Show is here right now. So a lot of stuff that's just super appealing that you want to take your kiddos to, or that you just want to go to yourself. You've definitely got to venture up an hour, hour and a half, hour and 15 minimum, but probably closer to an hour and a half time point to get up here. So if commutes for recreation and skiing is a thing for you, be cautious of that. If commute is a work thing for you, be cautious for that. But the other side of that is if you're working remote and you're only coming into work or coming into Denver for once a month or whatever it may be, maybe it's not a huge deal for you, but definitely at least be cognizant of some of that travel.
Yeah. Now, while we're talking commute, let's talk about that, because oftentimes when we're talking Denver, we're always talking about traffic. Let's talk about traffic between Denver and Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
So, short note, it's really bad right now, but here's what they're doing. In the past, it was 2 lanes on either side of the highway. So if you get an accident, they're shutting down 1 lane, and then you've just got all Denver traffic and Colorado Springs vice versa coming down to 1 lane. What they've been doing for the past couple years is they have been expanding the highway. So now we're going to have like 3 or 4 lanes per side. In addition to that, they are working on getting the light rail to go all the way down to Colorado Springs. So the biggest downside to the Springs is just, you're an hour and a half outside of Denver.
Right.
Once that light rail is built, man, I think a lot more people are going to start heading down to Colorado Springs.
Well, and that allows you to have some fun, or if you're going to have a couple of drinks or something like that at a ball game, you can take that light rail all the way back. If that's not for you, hey, cool. The expansion of the highway is also, they're in the mix of that right now.
Yep.
You will have like those HOV lanes, like those toll road lanes that allow that commute to just be a lot better. But overall, guys, it's food for thought. It's something to think about. If you're the Jetsons, maybe it doesn't matter.
Yep.
You got your little helo pad and you're good to go and you're doing your thing. Moving forward, let's just talk about like just atmospherics overall as far as like a downtown. Again, we've kind of hit this as far as like things that are super, super cool or just super, super different about Denver to Colorado Springs, but you don't have that metropolitan downtown feel. Like you do have a downtown in downtown Colorado Springs, but it's more of like
historic downtown.
Yeah, so historic downtown. Yeah. You do have some cool stuff that's down there, but again, that might be your feel. You might want that smaller, more intimate feel even for your downtown. Mm-hmm. So I would definitely say Denver Metro to downtown Denver is proportionate to Colorado Springs feel to their downtown. It's very consistent.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, Colorado Springs has more population than Aurora, but it just doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
I did not know that.
You know how I know that? Because I'm a realtor and I'm a professional. Take that.
That's right.
But it's, again, because when you're down there, how you've got to get off on these exits and kind of venture into the neighborhoods, not everything is like right in front of you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the feel that it has that population. So again, that might be for you. You might want that more exclusive feel. The downtown feel kind of has the same thing. It's a downtown, but it's more historic. It's a lot more quiet and things like that. And again, might be for you.
Yeah. Now, don't be fooled. Colorado Springs does have an airport. Okay. In addition, like the Air Force Academy, Colorado Springs does have an airport.
It does?
However,
I feel like I have to throw in like you knew that.
However, with that airport, guys, that is not a primary airport where you're going to be like just flying in and out of everywhere you want to go. It's a smaller airport. DIA is going to be the one you're primarily traveling to.
But if you're with the Mile High Property Brothers, maybe you're on the plane, maybe you get access.
Is that the private jet? Is that what that is?
Mile
High Property Brothers jet.
Super interesting, but nope, super great point as far as that.
Yeah, because and we've had people bring that up and like, hey, there's a Colorado Springs Airport, right? And we're just like, yeah, no, it's not what you think, though.
It depends on who you know. Get in where you fit in.
That's true,
but
that's
it
true.
Also has, so let's talk a little bit back as far as like what it does have. It has the Air Force Academy. So hey, if you don't need a downtown or if you like going to some games, but you don't, and you like the atmospherics of it, but you don't necessarily need to be at a Bronco game, like, well, look into maybe grabbing some tickets and attending like an Air Force Academy football game and some things like that. You've also got some really cool air shows that happen down at the Air Force Academy, and that is right off the highway. You can actually see it from I-25 South. So really cool feel with that. So there are things you can do. Man, I think we're just trying to paint that picture for you guys as far as like that different feel, right? And like
for you guys that are probably wondering this entire time and probably why you clicked on this video and why you might be thinking Colorado Springs in the first place is
price point?
No. Average price point.
So, price point.
Average price point down there is, I'll kick this back to you.
You know, I thought, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I want to have integrity. I thought it was going to be like $535, but it's not. It's like $437 right now. You do have like condos and townhomes down there, but not a lot compared to like what Denver has. So like the townhomes and condos that you do have down there, they're not bringing that price point down very much. So there is a lot as far as single family homes that you can do. And when we talk about the Springs, we're also talking primarily the North Springs You've got a lot of really cool neighborhoods that have been there for the past several years.
Yeah, it's a lot of newer developments there.
Great, but they're established. Like, you've got the grocery stores, you've got Torchy's Tacos, Fuzzy's Tacos. You've got a lot of cool franchises that are there. You've got great grocery stores that are there. So it's been around. It's still new. They're still developing even more, but it's been around long enough that the commercial side of the real estate has been established. So your gyms, your food, things to do is really cool. But man, bang for buck. Now we were helping a buddy of ours that bought a house down there not too long ago at $590 or it's $590.
Yeah.
Incredible. That house was easily $750 in Southeast Aurora. Easily, it was a phenomenal home. But $590, even down a little bit less expensive than that. But a lot of really cool things and bang for buck. If the qualities we talk about Denver, or not necessarily qualities, but like, because it's subjective, but like the attributes that we think Denver has to offer. Hey, if that's not for you, if it's not something that you have to have all the time, but you would love amazing views, going outdoors and having some hikes, and then bang for buck, square footage wise, just have phenomenal homes for a great price point.
Yeah.
And here's the deal. Let's also bleed into our next point, future.
Yep.
Where's the Springs going? It's going up. It's going to be a high demand. It's not going anywhere. So if you're in the North Springs at the right time, hey, maybe that's a great spot to live for a couple of years, but maybe you want to venture into a different part of Colorado. Once you guys are here, your home's going to go nowhere but up. There's a lot of demand for that. It's only going to continue to grow. So, man, you could be down there at a great price point, and you could benefit a lot on that equity down there.
Yeah, we're hugely optimistic as far as the future of Colorado Springs, because right now, the only thing that's kept it so affordable is it's a drive to Denver.
It's a drive.
So here's the thing, if you are looking for future investments or something affordable now, man, as soon as we see that light rail getting finished, I'm probably going to start trying to snatch up some rental properties in the Colorado Springs, because so many more people are going to be looking to move to the Springs if they can just jump on the light rail and work in Denver. So future, I think it's going to grow a ton down there.
And depending on where you're coming from, like I remember when I lived in Southern California for a long time when I was in the Marine Corps, an hour and a half is nothing. Like, you're not going from LA to San Diego in an hour and a half, right? Like, you could barely do like Temecula to Laguna Beach, right? Because you got to go around the mountains. So even like going from like San Clemente to Temecula was a drive. It's a hike, but they're not that far apart. It's just around the other side of the mountain. But
I'd get up at 6 a.m., take the 118 east to the 405 north, get on the 5, and then take that to the 210 all the way out to Rancho Cucamonga.
Man, it just took time because of population and traffic. Denver's done a great job, or just Colorado in general has done a great job with, yes, we are having some construction. They are expanding highways, but man, they're staying on top of it. They're not waiting for us to be the population of California before they make the infrastructure and the highways where they should be. So I feel like they're doing a great job keeping up with that. But again, depending on what state you're coming from and what you're used to, an hour and a half to go from Denver to the Springs is like, it's really not that big of a deal. Some of us locals maybe feel like it's a commute, but again, subjective to where you guys are coming from, it might be super worth it. So if you're even considering these benefits about the Springs, and that might be more for you, hey, when you guys are chatting with us and talking about it, we should definitely at least turn that stone and see what's for you, right? And we would love for you guys to do that, because we're here for you. And why are we here for you? Because we are licensed brokers. And as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So that number popping back up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls and the text messages and those emails. So if there's anything we can do for you guys, we would love to do so. But until next video, enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend. We will see you guys soon.
All right, see you guys. Thank you for coming to the channel. If it's your first time here.
I'm Schmidt, and I'm Will Grimes.
I am, thank you. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Eli Schmidt.
We are the Mile High.